Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. I know we're a bit late. We were just waiting on UTM here, but they're finally in the lobby. We're still doing map picks and bans, so I believe it should be done here soon. But we have LVC taking on UTM Black, which is University of Toronto, Mississauga. We have the map set now. Fracture will be map number 1. Ascent will be map number 2. And if we go to that decider on map number 3, we will have Haven. I don't know the sides at the current moment, but we'll figure that out as the map bans come to a close. So LVC, UTM Black are currently tied for second in the NECC Challengers Gulf Coast Division. FIU Blue is also tied in this division. All three of the teams are 4-1. FIU's loss actually comes to LVC, so if LVC manage to win over UTM Black here, they should be in second place, I believe, in the division. It'll depend on other results that come tonight or whenever they end up being played. I'm not 100% sure on that. But LVC, kind of going a bit more into the stats here so far, just in NECC. Their current map count is 9-4. We've seen them drop a lot of map 1s, and they would reverse sweep the series. I don't really like calling a best of 3 reverse sweep, but that's technically what it is. And they have a 137-73 round difference. They have one of the highest round differences in the entirety of NECC Challengers. Now, it's a bit lower than what it was in previous weeks, so a few teams have overtaken them in the round differential category. Just looking at the document here, you see Dickinson State at 92 round difference, which is just ridiculous. Park University, 79 round difference. Montclair State, 70. Lancer Gaming, 83. I forget what school that is, but obviously they're the Lancers. So LVC, obviously, when they dropped that map, or they dropped 2 maps to FGCU, that definitely brought their round count down. But the round count doesn't really matter much. It's only if there's like a tie that can't be decided by head-to-head or map difference. So it really shouldn't be a factor here. It's just a fun little stat to have on hand. But we should be getting on into it here in just a few seconds. As looks like we have everyone in the lobby. We have the map picked. Looks like one of the players just needs a quick break before we start. Before we start with this map. Map number 1 is Fracture, as I had mentioned. Fracture is a map we've seen a fair bit from LVC. Not as much as we've seen maps like Pearl or Haven even. But Fracture is a fairly practiced map for LVC. They are very comfortable on it. We've seen Zario have big games on the Neon on this map, so we'll see if he is able to continue that success on Fracture. Pearl was one of the first maps was the first map banned by UTM. I remember seeing that part. LVC had banned Breeze and UTM had banned Pearl, and I completely understand the ban on Pearl. I mean, if any of you have been watching LVC play over the past few weeks, you would know Pearl is by far the best map for LVC at this moment in time. So we should be ready to get into this series here very soon. This is a big series. As I had mentioned, both teams 4-1, looking very good so far this season. I believe the loss for UTM comes from FGCU when they played. I believe it was week 3 that they played FGCU, and that's also where LVC's loss comes in. So I would like to imagine here that that LVC, or the winner of this LVC UTM game, will be the second place finisher in the division, as LVC still has both teams still have a few games left, a few weeks left here in the NECC season. So looking at the schedule, we have just 2 more. Actually, no, it's just this one and 1 more, I believe, for NECC for Valorant. Sorry, 2 more. We have this game. Next week, we will have Ithaca Blue at 9 p.m. on October 31st on Halloween night. So, and the last match for the season will come against Arkansas State, who is currently at the bottom of the division, I believe. Yes. Or sorry, no, they are not at the bottom of the division. They're 7th place, tied with Texas A&M BTHO at 1-4. They do have a 4-8 map count though, so that puts them over Texas A&M. So the last 2 matches, a bit lower ranked teams within this division for the last 3 matches for LVC are going against some of the lower ranked teams in the division, but still very important regardless to take seriously and take in general. Dropping more maps, especially to those teams that LVC should be beating, is definitely not on the table for them, as they want to keep their map count up, or their map difference higher, and along with their round difference, they want to keep that one up as well, just in case if anything does come to the tiebreakers. I don't think it will, but I believe there is a possibility of that happening, depending on how things shake out with the rest of the season. But we're finally loading on into the map. LVC will be starting on the defense. So, looks like I'm going to see Zario hop on the Neon, as I had mentioned earlier. He loves playing that Neon on this map. John going to be playing Breach, and we'll see Dippy pick the Breach as well. Sardog going to hop on that Chamber. Juice going to play Viper here, and Squirtle going to take the Fade. And it looks like from the side of UTM, no one, or only 2 players now locked in. Still 50 seconds left though, as now the rest of the team of UTM going to pick their agents, and we should be getting on into this one, as we'll see fairly similar comps from the 2, but the KO and the Jet. The Jet's a very interesting pick to me, actually, from the side of UTM. I'm not really used to seeing Jet too often, at least as of late. Jet hasn't been super popular, but regardless, we're going to see a Jet come out here. We'll also see the KO from Jorah. Dippy going to hop on Breach, Pea Shooter on Viper, and Dom T on Chamber. It's an interesting comp. Not something I'm really used to seeing from on a map like Fracture. It still could work very well if they decide to play more aggressively, especially to counteract that Neon of Zariel. We've seen him kind of take over in rounds on several occasions just by sprinting through off of the concusses and flashes of John over, especially on this B site. This B site very popular for A site, my bad. The A site, and this A site has been fairly popular for a lot of teams, and that play that I had just mentioned, the flash and concuss from John Cook, leading into the push from Zario on the Neon. I mean, like I said, we've seen it pretty much every game that's been played on Fracture, but unfortunately this play not going to work out for them, as all of the players from UTM going to be towards A, but they're going to be on the other side. So now Juice is going to have to pick up the tab here. As John gets pushed out, he still manages to stay alive somehow. And now Squirtle going to pick up that first blood. Juice picking up another. That was a fantastic bait and switch. Dom T, though, getting the spike down.
Spike planted.
Right there.
Despite the kills there for LVC, the site control still goes over to UTM, and it looks like Pea Shooter and Dippy picking up 2, and John is so weak trying to play his life, and now it's all down to John in a 1v3 with 4 AP. Stunned, concussed up here. So certainly a round in the hands of UTM, and there it is. Round number 1 going to UTM. LVC started that round off very well, but they had to push off the site after all the util came in from UTM, and that really allowed for UTM to gain control of the site and get that spike down. And, I mean, their post plant was just perfect. So LVC going to look to bounce back here. We'll see the Spectres and such come on out from UTM, as you would expect after winning round number 1. LVC once again holding over towards A main. We'll see if Juice can play a role here. If these players decide not to check towards closed door. LVC just holding off for now. Zario gonna take first contact. Takes a bit of damage, but it's only 4 HP gone, so nothing too crazy. Spots Georgia. Trying to get some shots down range, but they're not going to connect. These players from UTM are just kind of stuck in A main right now. And it looks like we're going to see the Desiree just fly on the site, but Zario able to pick up that kill. Gets out with his life for the moment. Only 11 HP, though. Can he find anything else? Georgia, so weak. Maybe one bullet going to put him down. The headshot there for Zario. Going to put a lot more damage down range. Juice picks up P-Shooter. And Dom T now going to find Zario, but the trade's still effective for LVC. Spike gets planted, but it doesn't matter. Juice picks up his third in the round. John going to try and push this out, but he's not able to get the kill. And Squirtle finally picks it up, and LVC going to take the second round. And that's a big round for them to take, especially going into the bonus here. The Thrifty from LVC. And that's 2 Spectres in their hands. Will LVC decide to full buy here? And it looks like they will. At least a few of the players here. Juice and Squirtle going to save those rifles that they got last round. It looks like we're going to see more of a split push here this time around over towards A. We may see Sardog get his first impact of the game, really, or first real action of the game over towards this B site. Spike does get left in T spawn for now. Squirtle trying to watch over towards bottom tower. Zario picks up a first blood very early, and now Zario and John gonna have this pinch. And this is going to be tough for Georgia to get through, and Sardog gonna be able to pick him up. And now it's a 3v5 very early. There were no buys really for the side of UTM, so this is a round you would expect LVC to take either way. Also, it looks like the rifles from LVC that they did purchase ended up getting sold, so they didn't fully buy in this round. We're going to see Desiree going through bottom tunnel here. Might be able to get a pinch onto Sardog up in tower. He's going to have a lot of work cut out for him, though, as it's going to be one pushing through, and Dom T going to pick up that kill. Now it's a 4v3. Zario, though, able to fly onto the site, picks up P-Shooter on that plant, and John Cook going to take the last 2. LVC getting a second round on the board and going up 2-1. That is a fantastic retake from them. I mean, it wasn't too much of a challenge as they had the numbers by a fair bit there. And UTM saving in that round, there. So they'll certainly be able to buy here. And LVC just going to stick with those rifles that they've picked up in the last couple of rounds. We'll see Sardog, though, purchase the op. See if that'll have an impact in this round. This could be huge for UTM if Sardog isn't able to find anything and gets taken out with that op. Juice looking to play through main. Zario going to get picked off early off the push, and that's a first blood in favor of UTM. But how much will they be able to get off of it? Is Juice playing in hell here on the A site? Gonna look to pop the Viper's pit, and there it goes. Squirtle finds one. John gonna pick up the trade now, 3v3. As Sardog not gonna be able to. I don't know if he spots any of the players with the op there. I don't think. I think he may spot one rotating, but it's at the very end of, or he only spots like the very behind of the player. So Sardog now gonna pick up B main here. And Juice popping that ultimate is going to allow him to watch all of A by himself, but now the information is there for LVC. The retake, the 3v3 retake, gonna have to come in, and we're gonna see a Viper's Pit as well as Sardog finds the headshot onto Desiree. It's a fantastic shot from him. Great adjustment, as now there's only one player left alive, and it's going to be P-Shooter. This could be dangerous though, because P-Shooter is in the pit, finds John, and now Juice and Sardog have to work through this pit here. Want to get another, but Juice gonna get the trade for his teammates and gonna take the round as well. It's gonna be a rifle in his hands. Great job from Juice there to play close with Sardog. Picks up the operator as well. Gonna be able to toss that over to Sar. It's a good play from LVC. And Juice wisely popping that Viper's Pit, forcing the push out of A. And forcing UTM to push right into the operator of Sardog, and that's not what you want to see on the other end of the barrel.
You want to play? Let's
Looks
play.
like we hear the tour de force come out from Dom T. Dom could have an impact. Here's Sario. Pops his ultimate, but the trade is instant. That's what you would like to see from LVC, trading efficiently. Zario picking up the kill on Dom T before too much damage can be done. Zario does pop his ultimate with the Neon, but ultimately it's not really going to mean much, as he gets taken down immediately by that tour de force. And Sardog going to spot the shoulder of Georgia. And that's another player gone. Now the Spike just going to rotate out. Squirtle just trying to play his life here.
Bring them down.
Gonna throw that Prowler in main, but no one home. Squirtle just trying to get the info on these players. Desiree in an interesting spot over towards A, away from his teammates. Let's see how that
30
plays
seconds
out.
left.
As Juice is still here. And it looks like P-Shooter gonna rotate over to A as well. Juice going to have to be a factor here. There's only 10 seconds left. These players from UTM are going to have to push onto site. And now Juice going to be able to turn around, but the concuss is huge. And P-Shooter also picking up John. Now it's a 2v3. But it doesn't matter. I completely forgot about the timer. The round timer runs out before UTM can get the plant, so it doesn't matter. Sardog keeps the op as well. And LVC just stealing that round away. UTM maybe fumbling the bag there and not having the greatest clock management as they just fall in that round. They ended up getting site control, but unfortunately for them,
that's a good spot.
They just get that site control way too late, and there's no time to plant. So now UTM gonna stack over towards A main.
Toxins going up.
We'll see what Juice decides to do here. Desiree may look to make first contact here. Very slow round. Looks like UTM trying to wait for the LVC aggression, but they're not going to get anything. Now, slowly but surely, that Spike being rotated over towards the B site.
30
seconds left in the round, though. UTM needs to make a push. They need to find an opening now. As Sardog put the op on his site. Now he's going to find one. That's Dippy going down the shot just a bit off. And now Sardog just going to get isolated here. Doesn't quite hit the shot there. And just trying to get away with his life. He's going to get pinched here. But he managed to sneak around the corner. Sardog going to be huge in this round. And Squirtle and Juice picking up kills as well. Last player over in tower. Only going to pick off Sardog. And I think UTM's biggest flaw there was just not playing that fast enough. They waited so long, and then they pushed straight into the crosshairs of Sardog, and almost without a care in the world. Is I believe what they were going for is a fake over towards A, and then rotating that bomb back, and just hoping that Sardog would follow suit with the rest of his team. But as we've seen so often with LVC, they always keep a player on the opposite site until they for sure know that the opposite site is being pushed. And LVC going to take that round, so we'll see how UTM looks to bring it back. It's now 5-1. Slowly, this game is just getting out of hand. We do have a rifle round, though. This is surely going to be UTM's best chance to get back into this one. Juice gets tagged up a little bit, but managing to keep these players at bay for the moment. John, though, gets first blooded, and Juice going to find one, but the rest of his team just getting tossed. As now UTM finally getting site control.
Spike planted.
Zario going on this pinch here. Will Dom be expecting it? He is very, very weak, and no, he will not. Gonna get taken out. Now Zario just needs to pick a side here. The Tour de Force comes out. Zario gets a flick onto another and almost finds a second kill. Time running out though. The President's gonna get detected. And the suppress is there. Sardog just with the classic. Able to pull the Tour de Force back out, but it doesn't really matter. Misses the shot onto Dippy as well. And not going to be able to pick him up. Sardog going to fall, and UTM bringing it back a little bit. Able to put their second round on the board. After LVC just taking over early. I mean, the push looking a bit cleaner from UTM there. As they coordinate better onto that site. It's similar to what we saw in that first round, where they managed to found an opening pick somewhere, played off the util, played off each other's contact, and it gave them a round. And you see that there as they finally put up another round on the board. Georgia not going to hit anything with that knife, so they know no one's close. The flash maybe hits Juice, but now he's going to get naded out, so takes a bit of damage. Now Georgia just going to fly through. Dom T going to pick up Zario. John Cook, though, gets the trade, and Juice going to find Georgia. Just not expecting Juice to still be there. John playing a bit too far out. Squirtle able to trade that one, as now it's all down to Dippy. Gonna push out. Sardog with the operator, though. Cool, calm, collected, and clean shots as we always see with this man. Taking out the last player. He's sitting at a nice 7-6-2. So Juice really showing off here. 8-3 at the moment.
All set up.
LVC gonna look to secure themselves. Oh, it looks like LVC gonna take a timeout here. It's an interesting call, but that timer is incorrect, by the way. There is not an hour-long. It's not an hour-long break there, or timeout. LVC just gonna talk things over here with Coach Hockey Man. As you can see there, giving some advice to the players. Kind of going about it is we have seen a lot of these rounds end up pretty mixy and maybe a bit closer than what LVC would like. So, gonna pop that timeout. I think LVC definitely has a lot to clean up here. Their retakes are just not the best at the moment, so I can see why the timeout was called. They want to refine some of their setups, some of their retakes onto these sites. So timeout going to come to a close though. And we'll see how LVC decides to take this one, as buy is just not there for UTM at the moment.
A gift.
Looks like Desiree gonna pop the knives. Gets spotted by the Prowler. That is very unfortunate. Just gonna play through the smoke. Tries to hop out and get a kill, but no. John Cook going to find that as Juice gets flashed, so he isn't able to spot Georgia. Just hopping through and now on the site. But I believe Juice does at least get the spot onto Georgia, so knows someone's close. Now that smoke going up, and the nade gonna pick up Juice and force him out of position. The Viper's pick going down as well. This is a great take from UTM. Just forcing these players out of position with the utility. And now the advantage in their hands. They may not have the weapons, but util certainly theirs. Squirtle looks to toss down the haunt, and Georgia just playing a very, very close corner. And that's a fantastic shot from Zardog.
Teleport's ready.
Not going to be able to win this round, but picks up a nice kill through the smoke, and that's it. Is the Thrifty in from UTM. They just played that so very well, baiting LVC through and forcing them to push out of their close positions with all that utility. And just a smart, wise round from UTM there to pick up their third. This round is, or this half is still able to end in a 6-6 split, so we'll see if UTM can continue to take rounds from LVC. The ultimate should start to become a factor here soon. Zardog, once again watching B main, spots the elbow of Dom T and just gonna back on down. Desiree now maybe looking to get an angle. Gets flashed out. Zardog doesn't have an op though. Desiree does, but the shot just gonna be a tag. Presence gonna get detected, but doesn't really matter.
Off your feet!
And the Tremor gonna come in, but doesn't hit Zario. Zario's playing so close in this smoke with the shorty. This could be huge, but no! His wall falls too quickly, and Dom T gonna pick up one. The trades, though, coming in for LVC. John gets cut off. Spike going down, and it's a 3v3. As now John putting down his Tremor. The spot onto Desiree. The shot not there, though, as John has to take a gunfight. Takes down Dom T. P-Shooter, though, getting a trade. 2v2 situation now, 2v1. What can Desiree find? As now Juice going to hop this defuse, and that decay. And the defuse gonna come in for LVC. Desiree gets muted and cannot hear that player hopping the spike. And that is a great tether from Squirtle Masters there. Just deafening the player, deafening Desiree over in main, and just allowing that, just opens up the defuse to John, and it's a round win for LVC. They're gonna guarantee the themselves a victory in the half, but certainly gonna look to put up more here. Desiree's still gonna have that operators. He just backs down. Georgia gonna pop that ultimate and now look to run onto the site, but the overload gonna get taken down early. As now the shots are just a bit shaky from Zario. Has a lot of players in front of him, finally takes down one, but as that's going on, the rest of his team just finding every single kill. And now it's all down to Desiree. Gets spotted, just trying to pick off these LVC players as they get aggressive, but not able to hit the shot. Zario gonna slide on through and pick up another. It's flawless for LVC.
Last round in the half.
And now the final round in this half. LVC currently up 8-3, looking to make it a 9-3 half, and it's a bit of a curse, but We've seen a lot of teams just win the halves even after going up 9-3.
This should do.
So far, though, the defenses look solid from LVC. Well, I do think that there's a few things that they haven't been doing the best
You want to play?
best with.
Let's play.
They still managed to take the rounds in the end. As the Tour de Force comes out from Dom, that's the only ultimate available for the side of UTM in this final round of the half. Looks like Zario should run into some gunfire here soon. It's going to be a two-front push. Zario going to see that util get tossed, so now certainly is going to be ready for these players to push through. Zario trying to just jump peek this. Georgia now spotting Zario. Just going to be a bit of a standstill here as these players over towards tower look to pick off Sardog. But we're going to see that spike. All the noise being made over at B. I'm going to see this rotate over. And Desiree picking up Juice. That's down, and that's 2 for Desiree. And now the site wide open for UTM. Zario
30 seconds left.
gonna look to fly through, finds Desiree not paying attention. And now just one player on the site. Is Zario going to be able to find him? And no, he will not. Sardog picks off 1, but it doesn't really matter. It's a 1v3. All he has is an operator. What will he be able to find? I mean, certainly not the round, as Dom T gonna pick him off with the Tour de Force and close out the half. 8-4. Still in favor of LVC though, as now they're on the attack. We've seen some very strong attacks from LVC over the course of the year, at least from what we've seen on Fracture, so.
That's a good spot.
LVC going to look towards this B site in the first round of the second half. Looks like first contact will go over to Diffie and Desiree. Desiree maybe looking for a hit here, but Squirtle going to be the first one there and finds the kill. Zario now sliding through, spots Dom. Just going to let that one to his teammates as Dom just has to teleport out. Now Zario so far pushed up onto the ace or B site. And now the spike going down from Juice. Zario, you get that spot on Georgia in main. And just playing close here. Squirtle going to be able to pick up this player over towards main, hopefully before they get to Zario, but Zario going to line the two players up, and no. Georgia going to take him down, but not before Zario finds a lineup with his teammates, with Georgia's teammates. Spike keeps getting pinged, and now it's all down to P-Shooter and John on the flank. Going to be able to pick up, actually no, Juice picks up those kills. I'm very surprised that Juice manages to pick up those kills, but either way, it goes on over to Juice. As LVC taking the pistol round to start off the second half. Looking much cleaner than what we saw last half. Getting that spike down and finding a way to take the site and control it. So we can see Juice having himself a map. 13-5 this time around. I'm not sure if P-Shooter got any audio cues or spots onto these LVC players, but all of them going to be stacked over towards Satellite. Looks like LVC just waiting for the timing on the execute. And now they're just going to util dump every single piece of this site. P-Shooter gets marked, and Juice going to fall, but Zario going to get the trade, so Spike gets picked up by Zario, and he's going to look to plant. As now John just peeking through, making sure Zarya can't get cut off from the middle. Zarya going to pick up Dom as well. Now 2v4. We'll see if Georgia can find anything, and no, Zarya finds his third on the round, and now it's all down to Desiree. Picks up Squirtle, but Sardog going to be there for the peak in the trade, and now LVC getting to their 10th round. Into the bonus here. We'll see how UTM decides to play this. Looks like they're not gonna. It looks like they will commit to full buys here. Except for Desiree. Desiree. Actually, yeah, Desiree is going to look for the Vandal there. Zario going to look to entry.
Go, go, go.
As we see him do a lot on the Neon here, but Desiree, wise to it, manages to get out with his life as well. And now Dippy gonna pick up Sardog over in tower, and that's the spike down as well. Now a 3v5 here. P-Shooter picks up John on the flank, and Georgia gonna find Juice. Squirtle now just gonna look to take some rifles out of the hands of UTM, but not able to find anything else as UTM finally picking up another round, and if they want to start a comeback, that's where it all begins. Is LVC currently still in the driver's seat for this game, only needing 3 more rounds to take this map and putting themselves at series point. But definitely not over yet for UTM, as they do keep all of those rifles -1, I believe. Actually, no, they kept all their rifles because P-Shooter only had a Spectre in that round, so they managed to keep every single rifle that they had purchased. So that's a big thing for their econ. Looks like John gonna get detected there by the knife of Georgia. Georgia gonna look to flash out and push here. No one gonna be in his sights though. John's slowly looking to scale up here maybe, or at least just watch for a pinch. Majority of the forces though for UTM going to be over on this B site. LVC looking to take through B main here. Sardog just watching the pinch. And now LVC going for the execute. What can they find on this site? Dippy going to be the first one, and that's going to be a kill for Zario. Trade comes in though. As P-Shooter picks up a second onto Squirtle. Still alive as well. Dom T finding Zario. This is not a good situation for Sardog now. To 1v2, technical 1v3 is finds that trade, but Sardog gonna need a miracle here. Just 10 seconds left in the round as well.
10 seconds left.
Just trying to find these kills, but Georgia waiting in B main for him. 2 rounds in a row now for the side of UTM. Looking to bring this one back and maybe force it overtime or even take it before it gets to that point. LVC, I believe, are going to be in a save round now. We'll have to see if they can pull off a similar feat as what we saw from UTM in their save rounds, and relying more so on that utility to get themselves an opening on the site and get that spike down and force the retake in awkward positions from the defense. But we'll see as we get on into this round. Sardog gonna find the first blood onto Desiree, maybe getting a bit too aggressive there. As now Zario flying through, but Georgia gonna get a headshot there and trying to pick up something else, but he doesn't. P-Shooter though getting the trade. P-Shooter finding the second onto Squirtle as well. That's a huge kill. And now the push from LVC halted. Both of these players of LVC have marshals.
Teleport's ready.
Toxin screen down.
Not good for LVC. Juice gonna try and work on Sardog here to Keep the door popped open. It's the shot from Sardog just a bit off. Now gonna pull out that headhunter. Just trying to waste time and maybe allow his teammate to come in for a pinch, but UTM still holding strong over here. See what Dom can find
30 seconds left.
on the tree. There's one, and the second not there. It's all down to Juice in a 2v1. 20 seconds left. Has the Phantom and has the ultimate to work with as well. Going to get that spike planted and not going to decide against using the ultimate, and wisely it's going to work out to not use that ultimate as he gets cut down pretty quickly by P Shooter, and that's another round in the hands of UTM. That's 3 in a row now. Operator here in Dippy's hands. I would assume he's going to toss it over to Desiree. Looks like that's exactly what we'll see.
I need a drop. Tuck.
LVC now able to buy, so we'll see if that helps them in taking these sites. It looks like Zario popped his ultimate in the last round, so the only ultimates available for LVC at the moment are the Nightfall from Squirtle and the Viper's Pit from Juice. And on the other side, we'll see every ultimate available for UTM minus that Tremor.
Face your fear!
Desiree in a good spot here, but Zario able to get the peek, and that is a huge kill onto the Opper. And now the Viper's Pit goes down. Zario finds a second. Can he find a third? No. Heat check for Zario.
Spike planted.
Spike goes down either way. Now Juice just needs to stay alive in this pit. Force the mixiness. Players, that's one for Juice.
One enemy
The
remaining.
second he can. That's ending the round as well as John Cook picks up P Shooter over towards main. LVC get a round back, and now only need 2 more before they can call this map theirs and go up 1-0 in the series. I think that's a very crucial round for LVC to take, as they don't want it to spiral too much out of control. Those 3 rounds in a row for UTM could have really been big if they managed to find the 4th. Gonna hear a tour de force come out. I believe that's gonna be from Dom T, and it is Dom T's tour de force. He's gonna have to teleport out though, as LVC just throwing every piece of utility that they can grab. Desiree though with the knives picks up 1 on the John Cook. Dom T putting a few shots down with the tour de force, not able to find anything though. As Dippy picking up Squirtle. Zario finally getting a kill for LVC there. It's going to be Dippy taken out. Sardog finds Desiree as well. Juice in a close corner, not able to find anything.
One enemy
As
remaining.
now it's all down to Zario in the 2v1. Tour de force also in the hands
One
of
enemy remaining.
Dom T, but Zario picks up P on the defuse. And he's gonna slide out, and that's a clutch for Zario.
Faced worse.
Looks like he's playing Call of Duty with the good old slidey cancel.
Match point.
One of the craziest mechanics we've seen in this game, and every bit of it is perfect. LVC on match point. Zario once again with the flashy plays. We see it from him all the time. Him and Sardog both. It's now LVC at 12, looking to close this one out. This could be a
You want to play?
great
Let's
start
play.
to the series for LVC, and now the tour de force coming out from Sardog. The Tremor not gonna hit Dom T though, and Zario gonna get picked off, so trade is at least there. Lives are even, but the spike going down just maybe even 10 seconds into the round. The spike is already planted. Georgia trying to get it on the pinch, but John Cook wise picks up that flank. Dippy picking up John, and P Shooter finding one as well. Now a 2v3. Still winnable for LVC, but this is going to be a tough one. Tour de force for Sardog. Finds one, and that's 2! Sardog closing it out. The quick scope
It has been a pleasure,
going
my
through.
friends. Au revoir.
what a set of shots from Sardog there to take home Fracture for LVC. Man, oh man. What a way to close it out as Sario top of the scoreboard. Once again, 20 and 16. We see P Shooter also up there, 20 and 14. But a great map for all around, really, for LVC. They really just managed to pick it up after UTM kind of finding some control there in a few of the rounds. But either way, LVC managed to take this one through, and they find their way to a 13-7 win on Fracture. And now we are going to head on over to Ascent. I'm not sure what side LVC is on to start this map, so we'll find out when we get into the game. But we're going to have a bit of a break, so we will toss it over to the other screen as we can see the players kind of discuss things over in that first map and talk strat for map 2 and see how they want to go about it. So we will be right back when we are ready to start map number 2 on Ascent. Alrighty, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. LVC once again on the defense for Ascent. As we get into map number 2, LVC took map 1 on Fracture 13-7, and that was a great win for them as they started off a bit shaky, but they managed to find their way and really pull off a great set of rounds to not only close out the map, but also give themselves a bigger and bigger lead. And Ascent is another map that we see LVC play a fair bit. This is, I think, one of their better maps personally. I think it's one of their better maps, but we'll see as Zario going to hop on the KO, Sardog, Chamber, John going to be on Raze, Juice, Astra, and Squirtle on Fade. I mean, this is exactly what we see every week. Every day that these guys play. Dom going to pull out the Killjoy here, so it's an interesting pick. And we'll see the Brim from Desiree. The Jet going to be tossed over to P-Shooter. Dippy going to play Fade, and Georgia going to play on KO. So this is an interesting comp. Not necessarily an interesting comp, to be quite honest. It's more of the role switching for a lot of these players. As we saw the P-Shooter on the controller now playing Jet. Dippy was, I believe, the KO last map. I could be wrong. But now on the Fade. Dom T was on the Chamber. And now going to hop on the Killjoy. So the role's a bit interesting here to me. At least to me. But it looks like the lobby might be bugged here. So we may have to go for a quick restart. But yep, the lobby does, in fact, crash, so we'll just wait for the lobby to fix on up here and may have to go through a restart on the lobby. I'm not really sure what happened there, but so the observer from UTM disconnected, and that's what caused the lobby to kind of have a meltdown and freeze. So we will have to restart the map here. But some picks, very, very interesting picks on the side of UTM. And I'm curious to see how they decide to play with this comp, as now we're actually ready to start the game, hopefully. And hopefully it doesn't break on us this time around, as LVC obviously everyone just going to lock on the agents that they were on. So Desiree on the Brim, or on the Brim. Georgia going to be on the KO. Georgia was KO last map, so I was wrong on calling Dippy the KO. Dippy was the Breach last map. P-Shooter going to be on the Jet. Dippy going to be on the Fade. Dom T going to play Killjoy. Desiree going to play Brim, and Georgia playing KO. So I'm very, very curious to see how LVC decide to approach this, taking on this comp. It is a very unique comp. I don't know if I've seen that these specific agents all played at the same time. So I say at the same time on this map. I mean, in general, I really haven't seen them played at the same time. But this map. Oh, wait, maybe the lobby. I think the lobby broke again. Oh, no, it didn't. It just took a bit longer to load in. I was a bit worried for a second, but we're good. LVC gonna be on the defense.
That's a good spot.
As we'll see, Dom T pick up the spike. Gonna maybe look to toss it just a bit more towards those players over towards a main. Dom T gonna hop on flank here. Killjoy is the flank specialist. We do all know that very, very well. Out of those you Valorant players out there, we all know how good Killjoy can be at holding off flanks. But LVC not really a flank team, so we'll see if the Killjoy pick does pay off for them. Dom T gonna get marked early, and now it's a mid push. John gonna find the opener onto P-Shooter. The knife gonna come out from Zario, detects both Brim and Killjoy. It's gonna be Desiree and Dom T. As Zario and John just working so well together, finding these kills. John stealing every single one. I don't know how he found all those kills, and now his ace gets stolen by Zario. A flawless round from LVC. But John and Zario just doing all the work. They spot the first player mid, and after that, they have free control of pretty much the entire map. So LVC gonna take round one very, very quickly. And LVC gonna look to set up towards A, or at least set a few towards A. Looks like we're gonna see Zario and John sit towards that same spot that they were in the last round. P-Shooter gonna fly through though. Gets flashed and now gonna have the ability to push through, but not gonna find anything as Zario finds Georgia. Desiree though able to finally pick up a trade. P-Shooter cannot afford to take any damage here from that nade and just barely sneaking away. As Juice picks up P-Shooter, Squirtle trying to do some damage, but Juice gonna work with Squirtle here through CT, and that's a free kill for Squirtle as Dom maybe not expecting two players to be in that spot.
I'll find you.
Squirtle gonna toss out that pawn. It's Marks Desiree just a second too late. John checking towards the market, but not gonna spot anything and tries to shoot the haunt. That's not gonna work out for him, and now it's all down to Sardog. Has the trail into one though. There's one behind the box. That's a first kill for him. And that's the second Sardog. Oh, so perfect in these situations. Every single series we see him put into a 1vx, and a large majority of the time he's taking that. He loves these clutch situations, and man, do we always see him do it. He loves those he loves the clutch, and we see it there once again. Full buy gonna come in from UTM here as we are in the bonus. Let's see what Sardog decides to go with. And he's gonna pick up that Marshall.
Here.
P-Shooter gonna be looking towards tree. That Prowler not going to spot anything. The Haunt not going to get it attacked either, but does get destroyed, so obviously going to know at least a player or two are there. John maybe looking to push out here with Zario, or force the push, I should say, from UTM. Flash going to hit John Cook, but not going to do much, as no one is really trying to get too aggressive here. Very slow round. So you see that player over in A main just back off.
Bring them down.
Sight. UTM looking to get through mid, but Sardog finally going to pick up Georgia over in A main. It's going to open up the round for LVC here. Looks like the rotation going to come over to B, and Juice just peeks a bit too much, and now the B site is wide on open.
30 seconds
This
left.
should be a plant for UTM. We'll see if Zario can get through mid here. Dippy playing a close corner. We'll see if he gets the timing. Spike going down, but Dippy going to find that kill. But can he get traded? And John going to find it, but not until Dippy picks up another kill. He's going to at least have that Vandal, though. Sardog and John going to have a lot of work cut out for them if they want to take this round. UTM has a good setup here. P-Shooter going to take down John. The shot just a bit off from Sardog on the head there of Desiree. I don't know why I've been saying Desiree. That's Desire. I am so very sorry on that one. I just don't know how to read. I'm a college student. I just don't know how to read. It's Desire. My bad. It only took me a map in 3 rounds to realize that one. It's okay. Desire. Gonna find the last kill of the round there. Haunt from Squirtle, not going to detect anything. Does get destroyed though. So the info is there. Zarya going to flash out through mid-cut and not going to find anything. And Squirtle finds two, but that's it. Looks like we're going to see the Nightfall come in over on the B site, but no one's going to be there for LVC. So Sardog and John once again having their work cut out for them if they want to take this round. Spike going to get planted. John should be dead to rights here, and he is.
Player standing.
Now Dom T gonna find that kill onto Sardog. Now a 2-2 game. LVC gonna need to rethink the defensive strategy here if they want to continue to take rounds and keep themselves ahead in this series, or I should say in this map. And it's only round number 5 though, so nothing too crazy just yet.
Get some out of here.
Squirtle and Sardog gonna work this B site. As the knife comes in, he's gonna teleport off, and Squirtle with the air, he's just trying to get a spray through the wall. Not gonna find any damage though. This player's quickly gonna rotate off site. John's gonna get some audio mid. So now these UTM players looking to get through B main are a bit slow on the push. Dom T gonna look to put down the ultimate. Will go down. The lockdown now in place. Certainly not gonna get destroyed. So we'll see if that locks down any players. Well, we'll see. It looks like it will not. So all these players aren't CT, but the orbital strike from Desire is going to come in, not going to do any damage, but going to force LVC back even further. Zaryo finding that kill into Desire, though. Spike goes down, but at the cost of Desire's life, and
Teleport's ready.
LVC now going to be able to take the site. P-Shooter going to pick up juice, so the lives are even. Zarya, though, getting trades, finding two. Gets taken down, though, after popping the ultimate. Sardog there for the trade, and the headshot is perfect from Sardog. Gonna pick up a rifle, and LVC gonna take another round, keeping themselves in the lead. That's also a thrifty in from LVC. What a fantastic retake from LVC. Zaryo finds 3, and the other 2 go to the hands of Sardog. Now the tour de force is in his hands. John gonna have that RPG ready. I don't even think he really used his ultimate last. Oh yeah, I forgot he was playing Breach last map. Never mind. Squirtle gonna have that Nightfall as well, and we'll see the knives ready for P-Shooter. Georgia just won off that overload. Squirtle gonna look to place this haunt once again, and just to get it through there. Neither haunt though from these Fade players gonna find anything. Dom T gonna grab that ultimate orb and get out. I feel like they should have given that one to Georgia, but Georgia also is pushed up over towards A, so he'll probably be able to grab this one at A, get the overload, pop it, and now pick up the site. He's probably gonna look to pop it going towards this A site and use it to take any utility out. Nade not going to do any damage. Prowler going to spot Zaryo. And now that overload comes out, but Zaryo going to get the down onto Georgia. Will they be able to resurrect him? Zaryo not going to find anything else. Juice going to pick up Desire. The knives get called, but instantaneously he gets dropped. The round suddenly turning to disaster, as now it's all down to Dom T. And he gets hit by the boom bot. He's tagged up, and he knows all these players of LVC know where he is, and he's taken out. LVC picking up another round, and Sardog popped the tour de force at the end of the round. Why did he do that? I'm pretty sure that was unintentional, but Sardog just going to pop that toward a force after the round ended. We're going to see a timeout here. Timeout coming out from UTM. I don't know why. I'm just so lost on what happened there with the tour de force pop from Sardog there. Definitely not intentional, but regardless, he'll get it back, I'd imagine, in this half. 4-2. LVC taking control. That is a huge round to win for LVC, as not only does that destroy the econ of UTM, that also takes so many ultimates off the board and so many abilities. That was a crazy round. After Georgia picked up that ult orb, that was the second the execute started for UTM. And they had a great plan. Pop that overload, pop down to some smokes, and just get on through onto the site and storm the site. But that just didn't work for them. It just didn't work as LVC, Zario really taking down Georgia so early after popping that ultimate. And the knives as well, getting popped from P Shooter there and getting taken out immediately before he even has a chance to make an impact. So now the Haunt going to spot a few in mid. Zario going to get the headshot into one, make it two. Can he find the next two in front of him? He can. Now he's one off the ace. And Zario not going to be able to find it. Desire at least going to prevent an ace, but Zario, regardless, just flying through after those players get spotted. And that is so very unfortunate for the players of UTM. Once that spot comes out, Zario is all free pickings, as the buys were not there either from UTM. So LVC continuing to take their commanding lead in this half and in this game, as they are up 1-0 in the series. Taking this map would not only put them in a great position for the rest of NECC regular season, but also in playoffs. But as I'm saying, that's P Shooter gonna fly onto the B site. All of UTM already on site. Sardog gonna get flashed, but it doesn't matter. He finds that kill into Georgia. Lives even. Spike goes down. Such a fast execute there for UTM. That's what you like to see if you're a fan of UTM over here, but we'll see how they can hold. P Shooter finds one, make that two. Gets the double on Zario. John gonna find that player, but it's all down to Sardog, and that 1v3 just a bit too tough of a task. And that was a big set of kills there from P Shooter up in Market. If P Shooter falls to Zario there, that gives so much more site control to LVC, and they can coordinate a push together to get through both of those sides of the little building there in the middle of that site. And P Shooter shuts that one down, as now Desire and the rest of his team going to look to get over towards this B site. Sardog pushed up so far with this operator, and he's not going to find the shot. He's not going to pull the trigger as he takes a bit of damage. And now Sardog just going to take out that Killjoy turret. Now just waiting for the push. Some good play from Sardog here, but looks like the players of UTM just looking to possibly get out of this site.
Teleport's ready. They found my trap.
And it looks like Zarya's the one who's going to get pushed here, and he gets taken down before he can find anything. Gets a bit of damage down, but that's as now Sardog going to look for these players and Market. The orbital strike going to come in, but it doesn't hit Sardog, and now he's going to be able to push on through. Almost finds a second, but not quite able to. As Squirtle isn't able to finish the kill onto P Shooter. John manages to put that player down, though.
Go get him.
Now
Spike planted. One enemy
Juice going to
remaining.
find Dippy on the pinch, and John going to slide out with that satchel. Pick up another round for LVC here. Looked a bit dicey there for a couple seconds, but either way, LVC managing to pick it up regardless.
Love explosions.
Now heading into round number 10. Just a few more rounds left in this half. LVC in prime position to keep on rolling and keep themselves ahead in the NECC Challengers Golf Coast standings. Looks like the push from the side of UTM going to come towards this A site, and this is just going to be a bum rush from both teams. This is what I love to see. Sardog, first shot, just a bit off. Now the push going to slow down. Zario, though, is going to play close and decides to back down. John gets one before getting traded out. Sardog finds one up in heaven, I believe. Door to tree gets shut down. And now UTM going to look to rotate through their spawn. Juice trying to get a spot towards mid. Doesn't find anything. We'll see if Sardog can pick up Dippy. He's working his way up to market. Haunt from Squirtle not going to find anything. We'll see how long Sardog decides to hold this. And back up to market. Is this spot going to get checked by Dippy? Spike should be able to go down, though, as his teammates push onto the site. They get control. Dippy could be huge here if he can pick up anything. And Squirtle, no. Going to shut that one down. And now the lockdown coming in from Dom T. Just 5 seconds, and looks like LVC just going to wait this one out. And now they're going to be able to push in. No detain. Going to keep them off site for a little bit, though. They do have the number, so they're going to just look to get onto the site. Damage not being, not enough damage being done by Desire there. And now the last player, Dom T, in the back of the site. How much can he find? That's one. That's two. Could that be a third? The spike, though, very close to going off. And it looks like that Dom T going to find the round, and that's huge.
Clutch.
For Dom T and UTM there, keeping themselves alive, and LVC just waiting way too long before taking site control there and allowing Dom T to pick up a couple, not playing fast enough to get that kill and secure the defuse. As now LVC slowly but surely running low on funding, running low on econ. Looks like we'll see another B push here. This site has been working pretty well for UTM. As P Shooter gonna pop the knives, has the spike, so gonna have to play a bit patiently. But Nightfall gonna come in from both sides, and now 8 players on the map are marked. John gonna toss that ultimate out, finds Desire with the rocket. Spike goes down though, 4v5. Zario could be in a good spot here if this door goes down. The knives still out from P Shooter here. Zario gonna try and peek this player, but Zario gonna try and peek this player, but P Shooter is there. P Shooter finds a second as well. The knives can't quite connect fully though, as Juice picks up 3 and takes the round. 10 HP as well. Gonna leave that other half of the defuse over to Sardog. Gonna get him up to 6 out of 8 on that Tour de Force. Juice gonna have the Cosmic Divider.
Last round before the switch.
And now one more round in the half. LVC once again guaranteeing themselves a half where they're up at the end, but could still be very, very close. Just a 2-round difference if this round does get taken by UTM.
Teleport's ready.
Sardog gonna sit on top of the box towards heaven on A. A couple UTM players are there, but now Squirtle gonna be looking towards mid. Will he be able to spot anything? P Shooter not gonna see him, as he does just get some really good timing. Dippy definitely see Squirtle is now.
Bring them
Players of LVC gonna at least know where a couple of the UTM players are. Peter trying to work up with this Guardian. The buy's not all there really for UTM as they're playing to win that last round. Now a bit weaker here over in the last round of the half. Desire gonna get that orbital strike. Pops it all the way in the backside of B and not gonna find a single ping of damage there. Juice just trying to fire through the smoke and find something. He's not able to though. And now the site going to be captured by UTM here.
wrong buddy out.
Can LVC have another retake? This will be a 5v5 as Zario is going to be on the flank. All the util though from Dom T, gonna detect him out, and that's a kill for Dom. And the trades just going through for these teams, and LVC it's starting to pull ahead now though. Last player left up is once again Dom T. Can he find the kill? No, John able to get that one, and LVC gonna go up to 8-4 in this half as they go towards the attacking side now. A great closeout to that half for LVC as they look to continue their win streak here of 2 rounds and take the last 2 rounds of the half, and certainly looking to stack more. 13-6 from John. That's what you'd like to see from your duelists. As we're going to need to see Georgia step it on up here in the second half. Looks like we'll see a full B hit here from LVC. And it looks like the majority of the forces of UTM will also be on this site. So we'll see how this one goes. Dom gonna be sitting back sight, gets detected by that knife, so they know that at least one's there. Peace shooter trying to put the damage down, but only gets a couple pings, and now we'll see if Dom can find anything here. Looks like he spots John, and that's a kill for him, but it's only one, still good for to get that one down, but Squirtle finding 3 on the site. Zario just trying to get an angle on main, and that's a free kill. Not a free kill, but that's a great set of shots for Zario to take that off the head of that player. Now Desire left in a 1v3. Shutting the door to market. Gonna get detected by that knife. Shots just a bit off, but managed to take off the head of Sardog. Trying to take down Squirtle as well. Zario gets taken out, but Squirtle gonna get the peak. Gets out with 10 HP, so that is a very, very close round for LVC. But I think even if he picks up that kill there onto Squirtle, he doesn't get the defuse. It would be very close. So LVC going up to 9 now, taking the pistol round as well. These next couple of rounds will be very crucial for UTM to take, as they do not want to put themselves in another situation where they're down heavily in the last few rounds of the map. Squirtle gonna find the Prowler, but trades just coming through over in B main. But it doesn't matter. The rest of LVC over in A. They've bamboozled the entire UTM roster. Juice gonna get this plant, and now Desire gonna have to rush through over to Heaven. But what can he find? That play from Squirtle and Zario. Gonna bait the players of UTM over to A, and now they have to retake this with just pistols. What can they do? They're stuck in Heaven. Need to make a trip down to hell and find a couple. Do a dance with the devil. But it's not gonna come through. The kills from Juice and John are there, and Sardog closing out the round. LVC putting their 10th on the board. 10-4. LVC in the driver's seat once again, looking to put UTM to bed and keep themselves ahead in the NECC standings. Looks like we'll see another B hit here for LVC.
Sentry.
This time it looks like it won't quite be a great bait, a great debate, but so far, it's like, yeah, they're just gonna bomb rush through, see if they can find anything on this bonus. The Molly, though, should do a little bit of damage for Desire. Desire finds one. Dom T gonna find two, make it three. Juice at least able to pick up Dom, but the rush not really gonna work out for them as they just get murdered pushing through B main. And at least that's a round in the hands of UTM, but they got a lot more work ahead of them if they want to continue on in this series. We'll see LVC look for a bit of a split push here. Gonna send two of their forces over to A. It's gonna be John and Juice looking at A main and mid. Looks like we're gonna see Squirtle also rotate over, and it actually looks like we are going to see an A push through mid for LVC. That Rosario may look to get through Market, and Desire just going to spray through the smoke, finds that kill. It doesn't matter, though. John picks up two. Juice finding another. And now John on site.
One enemy remaining.
Sardog going to find Desire there. And it's all of a sudden all down to Dom T. Sardog going to plant the spike, and Dom going to have the lockdown, but, I mean, it's not really going to help him here. LVC certainly going to put their 11th on the board and put themselves 2 rounds away from taking a pretty dominant series over UTM. Dom going to pick up Squirtle over in A main. Takes at least one rifle away, puts down the bot. And Sardog going to close that one out. 11-5 LVC. That opening pick just does not matter. John forcing his will onto the A site, flying on through and finding 2 kills. He's been fragging out this map, 15 and 8. We see Squirtle at 14 and 9 as well. And look at those assists from Squirtle. 14 assists from Squirtle.
Focus
making
now.
sure his
Eyes up.
presence is known, even if it's not showing up in the KD. Zara gonna pop that overload, and now these players of UTM just gonna back off, give LVC the sight here. Sprays through the smoke, not gonna connect. All the util getting used just to make sure it's clear. Zario picks off Desire. Can he find P Shooter as well? Flash coming through. Squirtle gonna pick up P Shooter, and Zario gonna pick up Dippy.
One enemy
And
remaining.
now it's all down to Georgia on the flank. Let's see what he picks up. Squirtle gonna get the spot. Zario trying to get, or Zario picks up his 3rd in the round, and that's a flawless for LVC, and now match point, series point.
Match point.
LVC in a fantastic position here to close out yet another series. And the buys just not there for UTM. This is a dire, dire situation if you're UTM. They need something, anything to keep them going here. Nightfall in the hands of Squirtle. Cosmic Divider is still in the hands of Juice. So they're going to have that orbital strike, and the lockdown still in the hands of Dom T. That's going to be it.
Bring them down.
Squirtle going to look
You
for
want
that
to fight it?
Growler. Cosmic Divider going to go.
Face your
But
fear.
Georgia. Line. What is he going to find? Nothing. Squirtle peeks out, and Georgia, what could have been the hero play, gets immediately shut down. And now LVC, spike planted, 4v5. The lockdown coming out. Dippy and Desire find 2 by somehow. John, though, gonna pick up 2 of his own. Lockdown gets destroyed. It's no longer there. 3v2. LVC, such a great position. The orbital strike, the last resort. John popping that ultimate, looking for his 4th, looking to send UTM home, and that spot is there, and the kill comes in from John.
Attackers win.
LVC pushing their way through, taking down UTM, going to 5-1 on the NECC season. What a great performance there. John, 20-8. Zario, 17-15 with 12 assists, and Squirtle, 16-9 with 15 assists from the man himself. Fantastic performances all around. They started out a little bit slow on that fracture, but they managed to pick it up and really take it to them. And LVC having another great series. I mean, we've seen this time and time again from LVC. They have just looked phenomenal all year. They have really been perfecting their craft, and now that they had to play a few different maps that they're not normally playing as well, I think that's big for them. They need to have more series, or even maybe more scrims, where they're playing more maps so they don't just limit themselves to Pearl and Ascent. So seeing them play Fracture was really good, and I think that in the future we'll see a wider map variety from LVC, as certainly they are not going to be able to play Pearl all the time, especially with more teams definitely doing their research on this LVC roster. But that'll be it from us tonight. LVC going to take that series from UTM 2-0 in a 13, I believe it was a 13-7 and a 13-9. That is huge for the boys here. And tomorrow we will be back. We will have LVC Overwatch taking on Cornell at 7. Rainbow Six will be taking on St. John's at 8. And Halo taking on Boise State at 8 as well. So we'll see you guys back here tomorrow at 7 for LVC Overwatch taking on Cornell. Bye, everybody.